How y'all doing? It's Solo with my main man, Scoota.
What's going on?
Hey, look. We down here at Tobacco Road, Harley-Davidson, up here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we just been sitting around chopping it up. And, you know, when two long-distance riders get together, it's always good to hear each other's stories and hear each other's experiences and just chop it up and hear about their journeys. So just follow along with us, and we're just going to sit here and have some dialogue, and maybe you'll hear some things that may interest you, or maybe some of your questions will be answered. But one of the most thing that I wanted to just ask Scooter is, Scooter, where do you want to take your platform as far as you being an inspirational long distance rider?
Just to get other people to realize it's not just about riding on the interstate and trying to collect states. I mean, that is something to hold high. That is a major accomplishment. I remember watching my dad, you know, growing up, they had these little maps on their bikes. They put little jewels on for every state that they've been through. They had patches on their vests. They color in the states. And I was like, man, one day I want to do that. And, you know, I eventually got to that opportunity where I was able to do that. And I didn't think anybody was going to really recognize it other than him and his guys. And I was walking around and people were saying, man, you've been to all those states? I was like, yeah. I've been to all those states. I can tell you stories about every one of them.
Every one of them.
But, and that is something good, but it's so much more in between. There's so many times I've seen people collect all 48 states, get the state signs.
And miss everything in between.
Miss everything in between.
Miss everything in between.
After they get done, that's it. They're done. They say, I've done all 48 states. But you haven't even scratched the surface. You
haven't even taken the time to stop in. And I wrote about this a while ago. To go off the main trail to stop at a restaurant that has history of bikers stopping in, or even experiencing some of the good foods on some of these back roads and stuff like that. And that's what I try to tell people, man. You want to try to experience more than just get out there saying, this is what I did. Take in a lot of that's in between there. I like that, Scooter. I like that.
I mean, we get off this last run I just made it with my father and a good buddy of mine, Music Man, out of Atlanta. My dad's out of Virginia.
Music Man out of Atlanta and Pops out of VA?
Yep.
Okay.
We took a run across country, and our goal was not to eat at any franchise restaurant.
Okay.
And I can probably count on one hand how many times, maybe two hands, how many times we ate at a franchise restaurant.
That's awesome.
You know, talking to the locals, don't be so standoffish to where you're better than somebody else. You know, we interacting with the locals and stuff like that, and they're telling us where to go, what we should check out. And there's some things that you would never know is there. You know? We ate at places that had Kool-Aid. They had Kool-Aid. I mean, Kool-Aid that was actually right. And you know, on the West Coast, up north, there's not too many places that's going to have sweet tea. We found places in Arizona that had sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Yeah.
Like that southern sweet tea.
Southern sweet tea. But downside was he was a Redskin fan. You know, we're not going to get into that. But,
hey, all the Redskin fans, hey, look, we're going to have to edit that.
But, you know, you'll hear me say it. I know you say it a lot. You know, get off on the secondary roads, the back roads. You know, I know Reese says it. Don't, you know, get out and explore. You know, I take a lot of pictures. It's not to gloat. It's to give other people that idea. You know, I bounce
because you know a lot of people ride vicariously through us. You know what I'm saying? They'll say it. They hit me on the inbox and say, "Hey, man, I appreciate you. I'm not able to ride anymore like that, but I appreciate you sharing your photos and where you've been, and I can still relate." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people live vicariously through us.
And people tell us all the time. And you know, I'll see somebody else's post, and it may not be somebody that's well known out there. It's okay. I want to sit there and ask them, "Hey, where was that at?" You know, I want to go check that out. You know, I was just in the area. How did I miss it? You know. But yeah, I want to go see it. You know, it's not necessarily about the big mainstream stuff that you see. It's a lot of the smaller stuff. I mean, I know last year I took a picture by a train, a boxcar, and it was those trains were just stopped there. No locomotive hooked to them or nothing. They were just parked there. And yeah, it was a good photo opportunity, but I stayed there for probably about a good 2 hours. Just clearing my mind. Just clearing my mind because I wasn't bothering nobody. No one was bothering me. I was off on a secondary road. The bike was parked where I could see it. And I was just, people probably went by thinking I was a hobo. You know, and I was okay with that. But, you know, I was clearing my mind. I had a lot on my mind. And, you know, that's what I was doing. You know?
Now, you are a gold wing man.
That's right.
and folks, this is unscripted now. This is unscripted. This ain't no script on this. You are a gold wing man. Why do you And you've ridden Harley. You got thousands of miles riding a Harley Davidson. So, what made you stick with being a Gold Wing rider?
Well, I grew up around the Gold Wings. My dad has always had a Gold Wing. He's had sport bikes, other bikes, and stuff like that. Right. But he's always had a Gold Wing.
Right.
Throw it back a little bit. My first bike, we was trying to find me a Pacific Coast. That was sort of like the F6B, the bagger version of this time.
Yep.
But I couldn't find one. Ended up getting on sport bike and rode sport bikes for years.
Right.
You know, on and off the track and stuff. I knew eventually I'd get a Gold Wing.
Okay.
I pretty much got on the Gold Wings because of my father.
Right.
But I don't have it like some people. They can just get Harleys all the time. So,
hey, we accept the sponsorship and donations.
But the dependability, reliability of it.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna have issues with any of them. They're all man-made.
Right.
You know. But it's just I grew up around them. I know.
And who do you have here with us today?
This is we call her Nala. This is my queen's bike. She gave me permission to ride it today. But this is a 2014 Honda F6B.
Okay.
It's the bagger version of the Gold Wing.
Right.
It's a bike that we play around town. You know, take to shows and stuff like that. But this is her bike.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
She's not a ground pounder by no means. She's a fair weather rider and a fair weather rider.
Right.
But she owns up to it.
Right.
You know, she ain't trying to prove nothing. She just rides, you know, for her enjoyment when she wants to. That's okay.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Now, if there's one thing that you would like to just leave an impression on the viewers, what would it be? I also see that you're an Iron Butt Association rider, a mile eater. A mile eater.
Sort of like our previous conversation, you know, be one that's open to talk to people.
Right.
You know, don't be afraid to chat it up with people, whether it's in the bike community or outside the bike community. We got to break this stigma. You know, we was talking about club stuff. We're not gonna get too much into that. But you know, talk to people.
Right.
You know, we're a community. We're a family. You know, we always talking about how we see somebody pulled over on the side of the road, broke down, stop and help them. Right. Do it.
Right.
You know, be that family member. You know.
Right.
And get out there and as you say, inspire other people. As Reese says, explore. Those miles that equal memories.
That's it.
You know, it's not about how many miles. It's about making those memories.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Get out there and see something and post it up so I know somewhere else I can go.
Exactly. You know? and that's a big thing. Reason why. Like I say, folks, you hear the bike in the back. This is unscripted, so you ain't getting no edit here. You're gonna get this live cut and raw. But yeah, definitely. That's why we post to show people to other different areas and locations to explore, different venues to visit, different routes to take, different associations to deal with. Because we deal with the Iron Butt Association, we deal with the Southern California Motorcycle Association, the Arizona Rat Riders, the Mexico IBA, you know, the Hoka-Hey, you know, my Hoka-Hey family.
I mean, it's so many organizations. I mean, talk to those people. There's no telling who you're gonna meet. You might meet military. You might meet a doctor. You might meet someone that's poor that's barely making it. Right. You know, but everybody has a story and has something to provide for you. You know, some information. You might have something that you can provide to them.
That's
right. It doesn't necessarily have to be monetary or actually helping them. They might just need some voice.
We are accepting donations. Donate or take a gas to a rider.
Gas prices got up to $6.
I'm trying to tell you, in California, when I was out there, I saw that $6.40. I'm like, whoa, man.
I keep a spare gas can. We had stopped there and said $6.
Yeah.
I was like, this is an emergency. Got that gas can out?
That's right. Look,
30 miles down the road, it was back to $3.
That's right. I bought that tank in there for probably $2-3 a gallon compared to what that $6 is. But look, folks. We out here just chopping it up. Just want to just take a minute to film it. It's probably too long. We might have to edit it down a little bit. But this is K Solo and my main man, Scoota. We love y'all. Be safe out there.
Take care now.